What's up, everybody? Another hip hop today with me, CanaryValens. Man, oh my gosh, everybody. As you see by the title, it's a war in Toronto. So, we all know that Drake and Kendrick Lamar, they've been going back and forth. I know I haven't really been on this for a little bit talking about it, but I've been actually kind of sitting back waiting to see what happens. And I was hoping that, maybe they would get through this beef and nothing violent would happen, but as history shows, man, that's not how this goes. Something violent always happens when these beefs happen. Now, what I'm talking about, in case you're living under a rock, Drake's Toronto home got shot up earlier in the morning at like 2 a.m. and his security guard got shot outside, ended up going to the hospital. He's in critical condition right now. Now, Drake and Kendrick, they've been going back and forth for like a month now, trading disses. Over the weekend, at the beginning of May, they traded back and forth like 4 diss songs. And now Kendrick's up with that song, Not Like Us. Because of the mustard beat, it's a bop. I'm not gonna lie, I feel the beat. I don't really feel the subject matter in it, but the beat is extremely catchy. So, some other things that have happened. Drake's OVO store out in London got vandalized and people spray painted Not Like Us on the windows. So, Drake, he's been going through it throughout this beef. Was it worth it? Is the thing that I would say. No, not for someone like him at least. This was something that he probably should have set it out, or I guess he couldn't set it out, right? But he should have just ignored it from the jump. From Like Us, he should have just waited till his next album, said something slick, and just moved on with his day. But it seems like the industry's been against him for whatever reason. Maybe they're just tired of the reign of Drake. He's been pretty much the number one artist since 2012. So I guess everybody else is getting tired of it in the industry, or some of the people in the industry. But I think that Drake kind of put that work in to get to where he's at, somewhat. Or he worked with the right people. I know people kind of shit on him about the writers thing, but I feel like every artist that we know that's extremely big, they all have a writer somewhere. Like someone's helping them with something. They might not write their verses, but they get helped with hooks. They get helped with certain bars, stuff like that. That happens all the time. That's what a producer is really for. It's not really just to drop the beat off and walk away. But it's crazy. So, there's a lot of gossip going on. That Drake, he's been going back and forth with Cash XO. And the interesting thing about this, right, is that the same thing happened outside of Cash's house, where he had a security guard that got shot. So these two been kind of going back and forth at it. I know that the media is trying to spin it and talk about the beef, but honestly, I don't think Kendrick had shit to do with this. I think Kendrick was just gonna keep rocking, let his song pretty much go to number one and move on. But it seems that Drake's been having this undertone beef in his city with some people there, and it's spiraling into something dark, I guess. That's just speculation though. We don't really know for sure. But that's just kind of word on the ground. Yeah, so, alright. Kind of analyzing the beef, I felt like Drake was up until Kendrick dropped Not Like Us. And really, I think that's kind of Kendrick doing back to back to Drake. Because he has this song. The West Coast is giving it a huge push right now. So it's going super viral. And then, of course, the beat's catchy if you those West Coast sounding beats. But like I said earlier, I just wish that he would have talked about something else. But it's crazy, it's a war. I hope that no other shootings happen. It says that there were some guys outside of Drake's house, like at 2 a.m. They were making noise, trying to kind of like lure someone over there and cause a scene. Even some of the neighbors heard it. And this is my thing, right? There's so many damn cameras in that neighborhood. And then I'm thinking, like, one, why would you do that? It's pretty much a dummy mission. But two, why the hell isn't Drake in an all gated community? He's basically like, he lives somewhere where he's gated off, but like, you can still drive up in there, basically. But you can't, like, I guess, jump over the fence. He has hella security and shit. But security guards up in, I mean, really anywhere, they don't usually carry guns on them. So it's not too helpful if they're just like some security company. But yeah, guys, that's my thoughts on it. It's pretty unfortunate, of course. I'm just glad that like nothing happened to the artists that we love and care about on both sides. I don't want anything to happen to Kendrick. I don't want nothing to happen to Drake. I wanted it to be like a friendly feud, but I'm trying to tell y'all, bro, these beefs always end like this in rap. Like, it all ends in gunfire. So if you're not really ready to be about that life, I would say if you become a popular rapper, just leave it alone. All right, guys, that's another one with me, CanaryValens. Peace.